Yeah, things got heated when a Newsmax reporter, William Kelly, asked Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot about violent crime in the city of Chicago. Take a look.
Do you
Hold
feel
on,
responsible?
Sir. Let me answer the question that you've already asked. So, I don't know where you're from. I know what magazine you're from, and I know what your conservative viewpoints are. But on almost every question that you ask, you had the facts wrong. So here's what I will say in answer to about the 15 questions that you just asked. No one thinks that a single act of violence is ever acceptable, least of all me. The hotels are where they are here in Chicago, as they are across the country, because of economic shutdown related to COVID-19. So that the premise of your very first question is fundamentally flawed and wrong.
All right, I want to bring in Chicago Alderman Raymond Lopez from Ward 15. Mr. Alderman, nice to have you on. Appreciate you joining us.
Morning, Rob.
Well, I mean, first of all, the mayor, she's lying. The numbers, anybody who has a computer or a phone can get the numbers. But there were more shootings in Chicago in the first 5 months of 2021 than there were in the entire year of 2020. What'd you make of Lori Lightfoot just telegraphing how partisan she really is?
Well, I think it's clear that the mayor's reality is very much different from the reality of the people of the city of Chicago. And as you said, Rob, anyone with a computer can go on the city's very own dashboard and see that we've had more murders than we did year to date, 2021 to 2020, more shootings year to date. And yes, our hotels were impacted by COVID, but they're not seeing record numbers of people rushing back. They're still struggling. And we also know that the national reputation of Chicago is that we are the murder capital of the United States. Even though we have fewer murders than some other cities, the perception is that crime is out of control in this city. And the mayor, as your reporter asked, refused to take responsibility for it, doesn't take it as something that she has to be personally held accountable for, and will blame everything else but her failed leadership policies for why we're seeing crime and violence spiral out of control. Just last night, 2 more mass shootings where so many ambulances were called. We didn't have enough ambulances for other issues in the city of Chicago. That is a horrible headline to wake up to.
There was also a shooting in broad daylight around 5:30 p.m. in Times Square. What do you think that says about where crime is right now? Democrats, they've sort of paused on defunding the police. Now many cities are actually refunding the police, but we're not hearing as much about that as we probably should.
Well, they're quietly trying to walk back off the plank that they put themselves on. We've seen in New York City where safety and security was the #1 issue, even among Democratic voters in the mayoral election. We know that people want to feel safe in their communities, that they want better policing, not less policing. And finally, I think Democrats are realizing that, you know, I'm a Democrat too, but I've always known that you cannot move forward with this concept of defunding the police and expecting someone else to pick up the phone call when you dial 911. It is simply not a reality that works, and they're trying to walk backwards from it. The problem is how much damage has been done to the integrity of law enforcement as a result of these policies.
Mayor Lightfoot's got a little while before she's up for re-election. Tell me what it's like in the city of Chicago. Is she well liked within the city? What are people say? You know, people that live there, people that live in the city. How are they dealing with this? Because this is, at least from an outside perspective looking in, like you said, things do not look very good in Chicago right now.
Well, it's very chaotic in terms of government. We saw it twice this week where city council has tried to do the business of the people, only to have the meeting shut down Wednesday and kind of descend into chaos a little bit on Friday. But the people, the everyday residents, see a city that is scrambling to get its act together.
Right.
They are used to being a city that works, a city that moves forward, a city that could be an inspiration, and we're not very inspiring at the moment. And our residents want to see us turn that around, and they feel very disillusioned because the great reformer that they bought into has turned out to be quite a tyrant instead.
All right, Alderman Raymond Lopez, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.